My third Gonka hover, a crossout video by Dangerously Incompetent. So I was idling through the exhibition looking for inspiration when I came across this Gonka, author Derevenchina. Apologies for mispronouncing your name probably. And what's this monstrosity on the front? That's Bigfoot on the front end of a hover. Madness, it will no. I gave it a go and it did work. It meant being a hover next to the ground, I could, instead of hitting 250 kilometers an hour and self-destructing, I could go up to about 300 kilometers per hour before self-destructing. So, aha! We'll take that into race, I think. Now, I tried putting wheels on the front of a hover before, but this was back in the day when there wasn't any speedometer, so it's a bit hard to tell whether it's working or not. And I only bothered with medium-sized wheels, because I figured the heavier ones like Bigfoot or the tractor wheel, they'd just be too heavy, just to make the hover too unmanoeuvrable. Ah, well. So I took this from the exhibition and then I tidied it up a bit. I got rid of the Colossus because the acceleration from the engine is next to nothing compared to the acceleration from the boosters. Although thinking about it, maybe it helps your side strafe acceleration, going left and shifting right. I'll have to have a further poke on that. And then it didn't need a generator because I didn't have the Colossus. And then there was an extra space here that wasn't needed, so I pulled these hovers and these wheels back to make it a little bit more compact. And then I took it into a race. Dun, 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 dun. If you're British and have ever watched a motor race, you will be able to recognise that tune. Otherwise, you may want to go listen to The Chain by Fleetwood Mac. Enough with the soundtrack then, and on with the race. I said on with the race. Get off. Get off. Ah, there we go. Yes, back to the race. So this build has the advantage of wheels of a higher self-destruct speed, and then it combines that with the agility of the hover. When I say agility, no, it can pre-turn. You know, I can go through the gate almost sideways if I want, because I can still go in the same direction, although I've turned to point somewhere else. I've pre-turned, which makes getting through the gates a lot easier for a hover, and it's the big advantage over wheels. It really is. But having said you are able to pre-turn, it turns like a whale. It's all that weight up the front, right at the front, is the Bigfoot and the extra pair of hovers. I mean, your angular momentum is big, and you've only got so much thrust to accelerate your turning, and angular acceleration is not good. So it can be a bit frustrating at times. You just need to clip something like the gate, and then you start spinning around, and then to get pointing. Whoa, just made it through there. In order to get pointing in the right direction again, it takes ages, and then people are just passing you and opening up a big lead. So it's not the perfect race vehicle by any means, but it's pretty good. And it has the benefit of those nasty wheel types who try and catch you and then accelerate you or hover through the self-destruct speed. Well, they either fail or they blow up with you because you're a wheeled vehicle. And you can go just as fast as they can before blowing up. Blowing up like Dark Hand there. He just blew up and now he's set back to his gate and his boosters are... Oh, look at that! He filled it... Oh, so close! That's got a sting for Dark Hand there. He filled his boosters up by passing through the next gate, accelerated past one guy, and then thought, aha, I've won! And then the guy just boosted into him and pushed him through self-destruct speed, and boom, all within a couple of meters of the last gate. Oh, that is harsh. That is my commiserations, Dark Hand. You deserve better than that. This Bigfoot race build still tends to get beaten by the dinky little hovers that zoom up into the air at a vast rate of knots and then just drop down just before the gate, get through the gate, zoom off again up into the air at really fast speeds. But it's a lot more forgiving to drive. It really is a lot more forgiving to drive. The number of times I've seen the super fast little hovers going ah ha 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 ha, and they muck it up just one time and boom, and then I'm just sailing past them and carrying on to a first place just by being persistent, really. And it's just one little mistake and you're knackered in those things. And as you can see from these 9 race results that I did today to get my 9 brawls, does quite well. In fact, really well, because 5 first placed with all the fuel that entails. Thank you very much.